how I extract emails from IG using ChatGPT agent mode. Guys, you need to understand ChatGPT agent mode is the VA. It is the future. You don't need to hire a VA for every single task. You need to hire people because this has allowed me, and with the cost of just $20 a month, allowed me to generate 13K in the last week through just getting the emails and the contact information to offer the people. Now, I'm going to break this down step by step guide. Listen, you need to keep the tab open while you're using ChatGPT mode on, otherwise it will not work. See, ChatGPT is like a mini desktop inside of your own desktop, and it allows you to get access and work with things. Basically, it's like a little mini computer working inside of your computer, which allows you to just basically do any task that you kind of want, and you can play around with it. You can kind of like force the machine words. And I would suggest to like basically have a strong machine for it to use if you're gonna do a little bit of like I'll say higher up of tasks, right? And that's how you do it. You can use IG. I've seen people use it from Twitter as well, X as well. You can also use that. If you don't have that, that's a different case. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get the username and the profile of the person that you want to extract, like this basically. Let me just show you here. Like this link, it's saying click up here, not the not of course not this, but like the IG username that you have, and then the basically their profile link. You put them two together in a notepad and sheet, whatever you guys want, and then you copy paste them all together. Remember, all together, don't put them one by one because it takes a while to do it, and it will ask you to resume the task. Once it's initiated, it will tell you, hey, do you want to continue or not? Do you want to continue or not? Do you want to continue or not? It will enunciate that again and again, and you just gotta need to just click okay, 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 keep on resuming it, okay? And don't worry if some of the emails are not found because they're not public, it will not go. And now, of course, there's ways around it, but I can't say it like on here on YouTube. Use public emails for the most of my knowledge. If you are gonna like find, there's other ways of finding like private emails as well, but that's not. I don't even think that's legal, but it's gonna find public emails. So like out of like I think 10 people, depends on like how like you get like how many people have it. Like 8 or 9 people will have the emails most of the times, but sometimes like 5 or 6. So don't worry about that. Get more like if you're gonna like let's say if you're thinking of getting 10 emails from 10 people, what I would suggest is getting 15 of them because you really don't know the number that's gonna come up once you're done with that. Okay. And let me go in here. Now, here's the exact prompt I use, and if you guys want it, you can just basically DM me prompts in here, and I'll just give it to you. Okay, so Ro, you are an expert email finder and can find the emails from anywhere, any site. For context, I'm giving you the username and links to the profiles of these accounts. Note all these accounts' emails are public. Now, most of the time, the reason why I'm going to put any site and anywhere is because some of the times it doesn't have access to it, or it will say, hey, I don't have access to this XYZ thing, so it will just not initiate the task that you kind of want it to do. That's the first part about it. And then this is what you do, right? This is the kind of new outreach. Okay, also I'm going to talk about this, which is extremely cool. Give me 2 seconds. Before you're going to do that, there's a few things that I want you to remind after you have done the steps. Basically, what's going to happen is that the emails sometimes are not right. It's a clear disclaimer that happens where the emails are not right. So you guys kind of like need to put this in your Gmail and like check it if it's good or not. Then you can ask ChatGPT, hey, these emails are real, are not real. 95% of the time they are real, but some of them will not be real. There's some glitch or it just gives out, whatever information it can. And sometimes it'll also go into the support. So what it basically does, so I can kind of like get you guys to explain it, what you're going with, is that it's gonna search the sites, the emails, and basically their VSL pages, whatever they have where they can find the email. Because and this will take you hours, and this takes like ChatGPT like 30 minutes max. And it's all automated, but just keep the tab open and keep just continuing to press resume. Sometimes it doesn't do that. It will ask you from time to time, of course, but like it will just ask you once and you'll be good. It's kind of variable, so I can't really say like X, Y, and Z. But let me tell you another super good thing which I'm doing with this. And also, if you want these sort of like new updates, if you want this sort of new way of like basically working in your business, you can book a call with me. It's down in my description, and we can start working together. Of course, you're gonna buy. You're gonna buy one way or another. I know that. Why? Because you're watching all these videos. You're getting converted as I'm speaking to you right now. But let's go in here now. What I've been kind of doing with my new outreach strategy is that I've been making 10 assets a day for people, and then I message them on IG and also email every day with an asset doc. You can do mass outreach. Okay, if you guys want me to make a video on it, just comment video and I'll make it on it. IG is becoming a communist in terms when it comes to with outreach. You cannot outreach. It is extremely brutal. Six of my accounts got, just obliterated from the planet. Just basically, sometimes it will give you suspension, sometimes it will give you some other stuff. You cannot send DMs, you cannot like photos. It gives you action ban, restriction ban, even if you fall on the guidelines. You need like multiple proxies, multiple IPs. I've tried all that, but it's still an issue. So what I'm kind of thinking is that from this, I have like these two pivotal points which I've made, right? And as I'm going to show you this as well, and I can't show the emails because we'll get a strike as well. This is what I said about here, but let me leave this point. So I have like two paths here. Let me first of all show you this, which is here's a little hack for the people that are saying it in at the end of the video. Let me show you guys something. Is that you can actually ask ChatGPT mode to analyze the accounts and then personalize the emails. So you need to add the message. I can give you like this is a prompt that you can kind of use, right? This is like the let me just mark it. Boom. Give me the information about each account which you get extract the emails for, like their offer, what they do, etc. You can make the list as lengthy as you want and it will give you the entire data. Now this allows you to personalize every single aspect of the outreach and the things that you're sending for. So what I will do in that kind of sense is like, hey, I'll ask ChatGPT, I'll be like, okay, these accounts, right? Give me like certain pivotal points or pinpoints which I can use it for these people so that they when they come in, I'm able to, like outreach to them in a more specific way, like what's their offers called, what's their services called. And you could kind of do that even manually, but I just wouldn't really suggest that in terms of emails when, AI can do it for you. But yeah. Also, one more thing I'll say is that I couldn't show the emails, because I could might get a strike. And also let me talk about outreach as well. I'll make a separate video on it, but it's absolutely insane how communist outreach has gone. I have in total, let me tell you how much. I have lost, let me just do this, 6 accounts, all had 6 different proxies, all were on an all the advice you hear on YouTube, anti-web browser. I've used my own phone, I have 2 phones for this, and I still got banned. It is absolutely insane what IG is kind of doing in terms of outreach, and I know the reason why is because they want the people to stay on their platform. They want the people to engage on their platform. Most of the time, what people are doing is that they do mass outreach, they're spamming people out of the world, and it just causes really bad experience. You know what? One thing I'll also say: these people with these many chat automations. Oh my god, you guys do not know how to use main chat. I'm literally talking to someone, right? I'm literally talking to the owner. I'm literally talking to the owner of an offer. And in between, there's a main chat automation popping up every single time. But these guys, and I say stop. I know how to stop it, right? Because I work, I do. Oh, that's what I do basically. I know automations, all that stuff. I literally touch to stop and it doesn't stop. It stops and then it goes again, stops and it goes again. It's such a bad experience in the DMs, and I know for a fact that these people are losing clients over this entire little small issue which they have created, which is absolutely asinine and insane. Now, one more thing I want to add with the emails. Let me see. Yeah, I'll add this here. It just crossed my mind. Boom. Which is the fact that these emails which you're sending, right? A lot of them are support mail emails, like support. So you can kind of play around with the copy of the email saying that, hey, I outreach to you on IG, your many chat bot or whatever aesthetic that you have, it messed me up, and you can kind of cancel support for that so that someone of the decision maker or the owner reaches out to you. There's a pretty little hack which I can tell you is that you can like file like not like a complaint, but you can ask about these things. Because I was talking to one guy, I won't say his name, and such a weird like interaction. It just like I was talking to this guy. He had everything down. My account got suspended because of it, right? Because I was talking to this with the lead that I was talking to. He was interested in the automations that I have. I hopped on a call with this closer, and this closer was the most robotic person I've ever seen. Yeah, this is a call for something else. We're not gonna talk about this. I'm like, hey, bro, I talked to your owner, and he's like, the owner didn't tell me anything about it. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, come on, be chill. And this is what I've like seen multiple times is that these automations and like these suspensions causes to people a lot of people to lose leads because they're not able to have a contact with the human. And this is the kind of the problem that I solved with my entire AI funnel and AI system, which is just, making the conversation as humanized as possible, booking as many calls as possible. I think I already have some results over here. Yeah, you can kind of like see, bam, 47 came in for one decline, 34K, 24K, 25 almost. This was in August. Some of the things. Boom, boom, you got the entire, like, see how complex the entire automation is. Most of you guys, some of the parts are not connected in here, but like, it takes a while to build what I build, bro. I have like devs doing this stuff. And so what you guys need to do, I think the main reason why outreach is getting like so outdated is because they want you to post content, want you to get these results. To be honest, if you're someone who's like completely serious about it, is as a business owner, you need to sit there and use all these tools and add them in your service and add them in your offer, or just give them for free. Because if you can start giving like things that people pay charge for in your own service, people are going to stay. Because I think trust, client results, and referrals, and just authority in general is going to win in the next year, 2026. We're just like a couple of months away. And yeah, this was the entire video. This is how you scrape the leads. I know I went off on tangent, but I want to just get this out of my mind about the entire outreach and the game kind of changing. If you want me to make a video, I'll make it. I'll see you guys in the next one.